Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you the basic concepts and principles for installing electrical into cob, and these principles apply to earthen building in general. So there's basically two ways you can install your electrical lines. You can either have them exposed on the exterior of the wall using conduit. So for this strategy you would complete the cob walls, and then at the end you would install the conduit where you want to have them. You can also carve out a small channel in the wall, and then put your wire in that channel and then plaster over it so they're not seen. That's another way to install your electrical at the end of building the walls. Now the other option is to have your wires integrated inside of the wall, and it's more difficult to do this because you have to install your conduit in the walls as you're building them up. So you're going to have a lot of conduit spread out all over your project throughout the building project. It's just a lot more complicated, but it is possible. So those are the basic ways of installing your electrical. Now you can have your electrical boxes and your outlets installed either embedded into the wall or on the exterior. So you could carve out a box, or you could frame in a box as you're building the wall up, a lot like you would frame in a window, and then you would install your box into the wall. Or you can have it attached on the exterior. Same with the electrical outlets. You can have them on the exterior hooked up to your conduit, or you can carve out little boxes to insert the outlets into. So for plumbing and bringing water into the building, you want to run your water inlets underneath your foundation and up into your building. So the key thing to know here is not to run water pipes through the cob walls or any kind of earthen walls, because if you have any kind of leak, you're not going to be able to get to that leak and repair it, and all that leaking water is going to totally soak and destroy your wall. So don't ever install water pipes into the cob walls. Always have them running underneath the wall into the building and then going to whichever rooms and areas you need. Now there's one strategy you can employ, and that's to, for example, you could create a conventional stick frame wall between two rooms that require water, such as a kitchen and a bathroom, so that dividing wall between those two rooms could be made out of stick framing, just conventional framing, and then you run your water pipes and your electrical through that stud frame wall and then out to the adjacent rooms. This way you can cover your pipes so they're not showing on the exterior of any rooms. They're not going underneath the floor if you don't want that. But if you have any problems, you can much more easily get into that stud frame wall to make repairs, as opposed to trying to get into an earthen wall. So that's one strategy you can use. It's a bit of a compromise as far as natural building goes, but it's something to keep in mind.